Welcome, stranger.
Howdy.
What'll it be? We just got in some fine bonded bourbon.
Beer.
Haven't seen you around before. You settling or just riding through?
Riding through.
I'm Bob Ford. That's my brother Charlie.
Another shot, Uncle Hank?
Don't you Uncle Hank me, you dirty little coward. Mr. Younger to you.
That's the most famous gun in the country. That's the gun I used when I shot Jesse James.
So that's the gun. Must have taken a lot of nerve to shoot an outlaw like him. In the back.
Hey, Bob. Seen Steve Moore around anywhere today?
Not yet, but he ought to be dropping in pretty soon.
Why don't you try your luck, handsome?
I'm down to my last dollar.
Why don't you plant it there? Maybe it'll grow.
What do you play?
Blackjack's the game I've been known to lose at.
Deal.
Cut.
Hey, son. See that fella sitting over there?
Yeah, I ain't never seen him before. Must be a stranger in town, ain't he?
Yeah. Don't remind you of nobody?
Yeah, he does look mighty familiar.
Shall I hit you?
Hit me.
Hey, boss.
Never mind. Go and get Georgie and the horses.
Hit me gentle.
20.
21. Enough.
Pay 19.
19.
The house pays.
I don't like being stared at. Who's the old billy goat?
That old billy goat happens to be my father, Hank Younger. Ever since I came to work for the Fords, he doesn't speak to me. You stay?
Stay.
Seems to be my unlucky day. How long have you been out of work?
Too long.
Well, ain't use of me waiting around here. Guess I'll ride out myself and serve you the paper.
How long are you going to be in town?
About 3 minutes.
Hey, what about your money?
Thanks.
He's a funny one. Acts like he has something on his mind.
Whatever it is, it isn't me.
Pardon me, mister. When you send money to the city, how do you ship it?
In a canvas bag. Like this.
Fill it. Look, mister, don't try any tricks or you're a dead banker.
Easy on the trigger. You've nothing to worry about.
Only about someone busting in on us. So I'll take that bank before somebody does come in. Hand it over. Keep your hands high. Stay there till you hear my horse leave.
Take it easy, Captain Andy. Come on out and get your money back.
Hold him, Hank, while I get the sheriff.
Oh, we don't need no sheriff. You see, Andy, this here fool nephew of mine, he made me a bet, yes, sir. You know, he bet me he could come in here to your bank in broad daylight and hold it up single-handed. And by golly, he done it.
I always win my bets, don't I, Uncle Hank?
Yeah.
Oh, here's your money. I'm sorry if I caused you any trouble.
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry, Captain Andy. It's all my fault. It was a darn fool thing to do. And, the least said about it, the better, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm not the talkative kind. Hey, how about that gun I won, Uncle Hank?
Gun? Oh, sure. Well, I guess I better get out the hardware store before it closes. Come on, son.
Since you've had the loan of this, I ought to charge you interest.
Yeah, that's a good one. And, Andy, anytime you're in real trouble, just call on your Uncle Hank.
So long, Andy. I'll see you later. What's the idea of interfering, Younger? You've held up a few banks in your day.
Captain Andy Milburn in there, him and me soldiered together with Stonewall Jackson. He was my company commander. And, son, this year is one bank that don't get robbed. In one county where there ain't no crime.
How come? Everyone here born pure?
You'll find out how come. Get on your horse.
Not without my gun.
I give you an order.
I don't take orders.
What's the argument, Pappy?
This here foreigner's coming with us. Argument or no argument?
Hey, Hank.
Yeah.
I can't get over it. The way that monkey was acting, and you with a gun on him all the time.
Yeah, bring him along, bro.
Right. Come on.
What happened, Georgie?
Ask him if he still thinks I'm funny.
Hey, you got a pretty high opinion of yourself, ain't you? Now, you're here in one piece because I admired your nerve, not your briceness. So don't get too hard to handle. It ain't too late, you know, to turn you in for that bank job, bungled as it was.
What'd I do wrong? You tell me.
Well, if you'd ever soldiered in the war, you wouldn't try to do the work of a squad with just one man.
You got a point there. What else?
Well, I ain't giving away professional secrets to foreigners.
Well, then count me in as one of the family.
Well, what do you say, boys? Come on, speak your piece.
Sure, Pa, give him a try.
Sure, Hank. Take him in.
Now I'm in. What else?
Plenty. Come on inside. I got an idea, son, I've been chewing over for a long time. Besides the mistake you made in trying to rob a bank single-handed, you weren't dressed for the job. Now, when Jesse went into a bank, he looked like a man that had legitimate business there. Not like a fella that'd come in to rob it. Take off your hat. Here, put this on. Now just try this on, just to see how it fits.
Hey, this is mighty fine. These are good enough for Sunday clothes.
They're your working clothes. Yeah. Fella left him here a long time ago. It's all right, though. He won't be coming back to get him.
Jumping Jehoshaphat. For a moment there, I could have sworn you was Jesse.
Because you ain't exactly the spitting image of Jesse. But with all his clothes on, you could be took for the Jesse James we rode with. And son, when we went into a bank with him, we didn't hardly need no guns. His name was enough.
My name will be more than enough. Jesse James can get famous, so can Johnny Callum.
Jesse weren't just popular. He was loved.
Yeah, not because he was an outlaw, but because he was a leader. He made our cause his cause. Just like it says here in the book. The symbol of his people's spirit. And that's why, though a Yankee banker, his name was enough. And could still be enough.
Just what are you driving at?
That coat, how's it fit you?
It fits all right, a little loose across the back.
Well, you'll grow into it, I reckon. Because them's the duds you're gonna be wearing when Jesse and his boys starts riding again.
Ain't no one gonna take me for Jesse James. He's been dead for 6 months.
Yeah, there's a heap of folks so pine he ain't. And, with a gun in your hand, I don't think many of them are gonna give you an argument.
I saw the boys riding tonight, and Jesse was with them again.
You're always seeing things. Why don't you leave off that stuff? It's gonna get you, kid.
Shut up! Let's give it up, Bob.
Give up what?
The saloon, everything. Let's get out of this town. Go someplace where nobody knows who we are.
What are you talking about? Why should we?
I can't stand it any longer. The way people look at us, like we were Judases. You said when we shot Jesse, we'd be heroes. We could open up this place and make a fortune.
We still can. And we will.
In a town where nobody talks to you? I don't care anymore. Look, you can have my share of the place. I've got to get away.
Forget it. We're not gonna run away from no ghost, kid.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
What can I do for you?
Favor, sir. I owe my friend Hank here some money on a cattle deal. You mind changing this 100?
Not a bit. And you know, this would have made me suspicious about a year ago.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
How's that?
Why, this is the very way Jesse James used to operate before he was killed.
Well, that's very interesting. Tell us about it.
Well, he used to come into a bank, see, dressed like a prosperous cattle buyer.
Yeah?
Then he'd ask to have a big bill broken. He'd
Go on. Then what did Jesse do?
Then he'd pull out a grain sack.
You know what to do with it?
Yes, sir.
I'll take that money, mister. Just enter that in his book or to his account. The bank can afford it.
Give him the sack.
Yes, sir.
All right, Johnny. Now, anybody that don't want to get hurt, just stay put. Oh, excuse me, honey.
Jesse James! I took you out. Wait, hello. Jesse, that way. Let me stand against the bank. Jesse James.
Morning, Bob. Charlie.
You're late again, Sue.
Am I? Probably because I stopped to get an estimate on a new sign for your gun. You'll be needing one.
Why?
Haven't you heard? The East Kansas Bank was robbed yesterday by Jesse James.
Another fake Jesse. There's been a half dozen since we killed the real one.
Yeah, only this one hits too close to home.
You look like you need some help, friend.
Have a drink on the house?
No thanks, but I'll have some lunch on the house. What's good today?
Or baked ham, son. Let's cross your favorite chicken.
I'll take a plate of each.
Oh, no, sir. You gotta buy a drink.
I was offered a drink on the house, so I'll take a lunch on the house.
Oh, no, sir. You can't do that. No, sir. No lunch, no drink. No drink, no lunch. No.
I'm hungry.
Well, hearty appetite.
You look hungry. Come on.
Customer always wins the first round. Take over, Margie, will you? You left in somewhat of a hurry the other day.
Yeah, I had to take care of some business before the bank closed.
Where have you been?
Traveling.
What's your line?
Hardware.
You seem to be doing pretty well at it.
On my terms, I can't lose.
Well, what are your terms?
Spot cash. Now you know all about me. What about you?
What do you want to know? My name?
Susan Ellen Younger.
Where I live?
With a widow Bacchus.
Suppose you know my night off.
Mm-hmm. Tonight.
Guess you think you know where I'm going.
Mm-hmm. Jackson City to the Opera House to see Mr. Mackay.
Oh, that's silly. Even Mr. Ford couldn't get tickets for that.
You are? More than Mr. Ford can give you.
You can say that again.
Well, it's settled now. Go tell Mr. Ford you're taking the night off.
I'll tell him. What's your name?
Johnny. Johnny Callum.
Hello, Johnny. I'll be right back.
Son, I'm warning you. Keep away from that gal of mine.
You mean, what are my intentions?
Your intentions. Your motives towards her is likely the same as a cotton-tailed rabbit's towards a moccasin snake. Not in her I'm worried about, it's you. You and our business. We're riding on a little rampage.
When?
Now?
Well, why didn't you tell me?
New man always gets told last. Come on.
We're not yet open for business.
I'm the bank examiner.
Indeed? You gentlemen never announce your visits ahead of time. I wish Mr.
James. Jesse James.
I wish to Mr. James you would... Jesse James.
trumped-up frauds. Jesse James is dead.
The man himself means nothing, Mr. Galway. What's important are the conditions that have produced him, and are producing a generation of outlaws like him.
It was the war, the Northerners.
I know. First, the spoliation of the entire Missouri border, and then the tyranny of Reconstruction. But those days have passed. This is 1883.
Hello, Rufe. I want you to meet Commissioner Morton from Washington. Mr. Dakin's head of the detective division.
How do you do? How do you do, Mr. Dakin? I have a message for you.
For me?
My department has taken official notice of Missouri outlawry. We feel that the people of the adjoining states should have some protection against your James and their followers. Now, if you can't provide that protection, the government will.
But my men are doing everything, sir.
Except to break up the outlaw gangs.
That's the trouble. They break up themselves. After every raid, each man goes back to his farm, and every suspect has 9 witnesses to prove he wasn't at the crime.
Do you have a suspect for this man known as Jesse James?
No, but...
That's what I mean. The career of Jesse James continues, and you can't find even a suspect. The law must and will be enforced. I advise you to clean up your house, gentlemen, or a new broom will. Good day, gentlemen.
How long did it take the law to get Jesse James, alias Tom Howard?
18 years, if we got him. Has it occurred to you, Elmer, there's really a question whether Jesse James is dead or alive?
And has it occurred to you that there's a question whether I'll be alive or dead politically? Think of it. $10,000 of the state's good money paid out for a dead outlaw. And now he's back doing business as usual. Are you going to let that be the ammunition that'll blast me into eternal oblivion? You'll make me the laughingstock of the whole state of Missouri, unless you get him.
Why can't those Missourians be law-abiding, like us folks in Tennessee?
Well, my answer to you, neighbor, would be that Tennessee doesn't have the conditions that make men criminals.
What do you know about criminals, Ben Woodson? I say men are born good and bad, and in Missouri they're born mighty bad.
Now, how can you say that, when so many outlaws come from respectable families?
That proves my point. Did either Jesse James or his brother Frank ever take after the preacher daddy?
I've heard that Frank did.
Frank James was tarred with the same outlaw stripe as his brother Jesse. 2 bad apples on the same branch.
But he reformed.
He reformed. You just don't understand men like that.
Here's your torn shirt. Good as new.
Oh, thank you kindly, ma'am. I'd get me a woman of my own if I could find one like you, Miss Woodson. Oh, Ben, I could have got a bet out of you on Frank James. He's been seen riding with the new gang.
What's he look like?
Well, he's older than Jesse, wears whiskers and chews tobacco, finishes every job with a rebel yell. Oh, Miss Woodson, about that mending job, would you like some peaches to put up?
Of course I would. I'll send the children to pick them when they get home from school. Frank?
You heard what they're saying about me.
You promised years ago when you put your gun away.
That I'd use it only for self-defense. That's what I intend to do. Defend myself and you and the children.
Where are you going? How long will you... No, I mustn't ask. It's like the old days again. When you were hunted.
Anne, I'll make my peace with the law somehow. The time will come when I won't have to keep a horse saddled behind the barn day and night.
Mr. Galway, these are the men who claim they shot Jesse James, Robert and Charles Ford.
What do you mean we claim?
I should know. And I'm telling you, Jesse James is dead.
Don't tell me the man's dead when the news of his exploits keep exploding in my face day after day.
We killed Jesse James, I swear to it.
Yes, you swore to it.
He was identified.
By yourselves. I'll refresh your memory from the official transcript. City Marshal Craig, do you know who this man is? Bob Ford. It is Jesse James. City Marshal Craig, do you mean it is the famous outlaw, Bob Ford? Yes, we have killed him and we won't deny it. Charles Ford. We feel proud to have killed an outlaw known over the whole world.
And we're still proud.
Then listen to how the man's wife identified him. Coroner, what is your name? Her answer, Mrs. Howard. Coroner, who is this man? Her answer, my husband, Tom Howard. Coroner, why did they kill him? Her answer, I don't know. At this point, the widow broke down weeping. And why shouldn't she weep? The widow of a harmless stranger murdered in the very flower of his manhood.
He was no stranger.
And he sure wasn't harmless.
You've heard the identification of his wife, the one who knew him best. And upon this evidence, we say a victim named Tom Howard was wantonly slain so you two could collect blood money by deceit and fraud.
The real Jesse James, the man you should have killed, is the one robbing the banks and trains right now.
We'll give you just 30 days to bring that man in, dead or alive. Failing in that, you'll both be arrested, tried, and hanged for the murder of an innocent victim.
Good day and good luck.
Now, look, Marge, if we're going to do that routine, we want to do something real fresh and new. So when you sing the song, sing with a little more pizzicato, huh?
Don't you talk that way to me.
I don't rightly know why you did that.
Give me a chord in A. Gone are the days.
Oh, no, Marge, no. Something fresh, something real new, like, oh, the Camptown ladies sing this song, doo-da, doo-da.
Camptown races 5 mile long, oh, doo-da day.
Oh, the doo-da day, oh, the doo-da day.
I'll bet my money on a bobtail neck, somebody bet on the bay.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very kindly. Thank you one and all. We now do an anchor. Yeah.
Oh, Belle, don't you tell.
Oh,
tell Mama that I
Belle,
love
don't you
you.
tell to keep your big fat nasty mouth shut. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Haven't you anything better to do?
Yes, sir.
Well, do it.
Yes, sir.
What's eating you two? You must have had a hard trip up from Jeff City.
Only tell him. Sue, we want to get in touch with the fella. Thought maybe you could help us.
How?
I'll get around to that. Say, why don't you go back to your father's place to live?
After working for you Fords? That's a laugh.
Hank Younger couldn't shed his own daughter out.
I'd have to have a reason to go back. Pa may not be home. He hasn't been around lately.
Yeah, I know. Riding, I hear, with the new Jesse James.
What do you know about him, Sue?
I don't have to know every crook in town.
Well, it's only since he's been riding, there's some doubt that we killed the real one.
How do you know he isn't the real Jesse?
I always heard a man stays dead when he's got a bullet in his head.
And you know, I always heard that Jesse was buried in an empty coffin.
Whoever he is, he's making a liar out of our sign.
So all we want to do is meet the fella, friendly-like. Have a little talk with him.
With his back towards you?
I think I've heard just about enough of that.
I just wanted to make sure we understand each other, boys. Because the price will be $500 when I get him alone with you.
I think he's worth it, Bob.
It's a deal.
Howdy. Uncle Hank around?
Maybe in the house.
That's a fine-looking horse you have there.
The one you're on could travel. What do you want with Hank?
I'm kinfolk.
You don't look like kinfolk.
Frank! Frank, you old polecat! Well, I ain't seen
Howdy,
you in a
Uncle Hank.
skunk's age. Howdy. How's Ann and the kids?
They were fine when I left.
Good, good.
Ann's been pretty worried.
Worried? Oh. Well, shucks, what's she got to be worried about?
I think you know why, Hank. I hear Jesse's riding again.
Yeah, well, why, didn't figure on it hurting you none, Frank.
It ain't me, it's Ann and the kids. I want you to warn the man who's using Jesse's name that he's got to stop.
Why don't you say that to the man himself? Sure, I'm using his name. When I get through with that trademark, I'll make it more famous than it ever was. There's nothing your brother's done that I can't do better. I'll do the same jobs in the same places, and where he took a licking, I'll make a cleanup. And there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Well, Frank, you always was quick on the draw, wasn't you, huh? I'll take them guns, son. But there's one thing you got to admit. Jesse could always outshoot you. I'll take yours too, Frank. Thank you. Now you two spurless roosters can go ahead and crow it out.
Gun or no gun, Hank. I didn't come all the way from Tennessee to back down now.
Who asked you to back down? I started this Jesse James business, and I can finish it.
Maybe he can bluff you, but not me.
Son, me and the boys is through. And if you want to go on being Jesse James alone, you ain't gonna find it very healthy.
I don't need his brother's name. I'll make my own, and I'll make it bigger than Jess's ever was.
So you still want to outdo him?
What of it? We've agreed to what you asked, ain't we? Here, Frank.
Remember, those who live by the sword shall die by the sword.
So long, Frank, and fret not thyself because of evildoers.
What are you spouting?
That's in the good book, son. I don't reckon you read much of it, but the gist of it is the best way to get yourself killed with a bullet is to go around toting guns. Here. What you doing in that closet?
It's a good thing I got my growth the way you scared me.
What you looking for in there?
I'm looking for some old dresses I left here.
You know darn well what was kept in that closet. So the Ford boys sent you out to spy on the new Jesse James, did they?
Don't!
How much money did they offer you to sell him out?
Stop! You're hurting
Come
me!
on, answer me. What's the new price they put on Jesse James? Answer me!
$500.
Oh. So you'd sell out a man's life for $500, would you?
Who's selling a man's life? All I want is a little information. The Ford boys are going to get him sooner or later anyway.
Well, you can forget all about your blood money. Because there ain't going to be no more Jesse James. He done give me his word he's going to quit.
Well, that should make the Ford boys very happy.
Yeah, and just to make double sure, I'm going to ride in after a while and tell him myself. I'm sick of this Jesse James business. It's got to come to a stop right now.
Looks like you're a mite sorry.
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I am just a mite sorry. I'd been looking forward to seeing my man tangle with them Ford brothers. That'd give him a chance to outdo Jesse.
Who's this man riding around as Jesse?
That, my girl, is something for me to know and for you to find out.
You're an old fool.
Now, Sue Ellen, is that any way for you to speak to your poor old pappy? After all I done was to twiddle you out of $500.
Many were the wild notes her merry voice did roar. Many were the blithe words that more than I dream of Jeannie with the light brown hair, floating like a vapor on the soft summer air.
Thank you, folks. Now a little ditty from Kansas City.
Hello, hello, hello.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Well, cheer up, boys. It's all fixed.
Good. What's the seven?
He won't bother you anymore. He's quit writing. The Jesse James you killed will stay dead.
What do you mean he's quit? We gotta find him.
What's the difference? As long as he's quit writing, you should be satisfied.
We're not the only ones to be satisfied.
Seeing as how you found that out, he must be at your father's place. Is he?
The answer to that is still $500.
Sure. But tell me.
Well, I can't promise you that he's at Pa's place. But where a certain outfit hangs in a certain closet, you ought to be able to find the man who wears it.
Better get your games going now.
Good evening, gentlemen. A very good evening to you. How is your very good health this evening?
You're mighty friendly all of a sudden, Hank.
I just come to tell you not to show up at my place looking for anybody. That won't be necessary.
Looking for me.
Hold on, Gus.
Sorry, Marshal. It was self-defense.
I know that. I saw it with my own eyes, but why did they jump you?
Guess Charlie mistook me for Jesse James. Must have had that killing on his mind.
Yes, or a hangover. Everybody knows that Jesse James is dead, and the Fords, they knew it best of all.
While you're talking, this man could be dying.
After shooting, it's important to be cleared.
Doctoring is more important. Come on.
Here you are. Too tight?
No.
It's only a flesh wound. Be as good as new in no time. I'll mix you a tonic.
Thanks. You know, this is the first time we met that I haven't walked out on you.
How did you happen to take them on? Both Fords at once.
You heard what I told the sheriff. Self-defense.
How did you know they were after you?
I heard you tell Hank.
You heard all I told him? Listen, I wouldn't sell you out. I didn't know you were the guy they were talking about. Believe me,
I believe you. Since you kept the barkeep from plugging me.
You wanted to see me, Elmer?
If
If you weren't my brother-in-law, I'd put a smart man in your job.
Well, now what have I done?
The impossible, the miraculous. A man legally dead comes back and kills his killers. The reporters are outside. What am I going to tell the newspapers?
I don't know. It's fantastic. Say, that's it, a fantastic plot to discredit the administration.
That won't interest them. They'll want to know, what are we going to do next?
Could we offer another reward?
For a Jesse James who's legally dead? We've spent too much money on the James boys already. Well, the printer's bill alone for those proclamations of amnesty. Hey, wait a minute. We could send those proclamations out again.
And have our offer called an infamous act of moral cowardice? Remember the criticism we got for including Frank James along with Jesse.
When it comes to criticism, Roof, I've got the hide of a rhinoceros. Send out those handbills. And if we get them both, so much the better.
Oh, that one.
Pretty, huh?
Oh.
An excellent selection, Mr. Callum. But then so are some of the stones in what I call my economy size.
Did I ask you what the price was?
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Lovely. You like that one?
Oh, Johnny, it's beautiful.
Give her that.
Aren't they gorgeous? Look at
You
them.
like those? Give her the bracelet. And the next one.
Oh.
And the next one. How much do I owe you?
$349.
Oh.
49 out of 400.
Johnny.
349, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 400.
You gave me too much change.
Oh, thank you, Johnny.
Now there goes an honest man.
Gave me his word to quit. Then he broke it. Now my position is more dangerous than ever. I ought to hunt him down and...
That's not like the religious man you are. You're talking like the sinner you were.
If I am, who's to blame? Who's keeping me from making my peace with the law like we planned? Anne, I can't allow our lives to be ruined because some idiot is determined to outdo Jesse.
Who's there?
Sheriff of Moore County, ma'am.
Just a minute, Sheriff.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, good morning, Miss Woodson.
Good morning.
Is your husband home?
He planned to cut some timber in the woodlot today. It'd be a hard job to find him.
Well, you should be able to answer my questions. Where was he born?
Kentucky.
Kentucky. Age?
42.
22. Military service?
Confederate cavalry.
Hmm?
You fought in the war, didn't you, Sheriff?
Yes, sir. For the Union. What have you been doing since then, ma'am?
Farming.
Mm-hmm. Ever been in jail?
You know his reputation.
Well, now, that ain't hardly an answer to my question. What I want to know is, has he ever been convicted of a crime or a felony?
On my word of honor, no.
Hmm. Well, thanks, Mrs. Woodson. That's all. Tell your husband, ma'am, will you, that he's been cleared for jury duty. Thank you again, ma'am.
I can't let you go through this again. I've got to find that man.
No.
I'm not going to spend the rest of my life hiding from the law.
You're not going to kill that man or be killed by him. I'm not going to let you leave here.
Anne, I'll never know peace until we're cleared so we can live honestly under my own name. I try to be a law-abiding citizen, but it seems that's not enough. What more can a man do but abide by the law?
Honey, what have I done to rile you?
Oh, nothing. Only close down the Ford's place. Make me lose my job, make me come back here and live with Pa, who hates the sight of me.
But we're going to be married. We'll have a home of our own.
And how are you going to pay for it with an empty wallet?
Oh, so that's what's eating you. Well, don't you fret your pretty head about my empty wallet. Why, pretty soon, honey, it'll be as round and full. Why, I'd clean out every bank in Kansas for one kiss from your lips. If you're more interested in a measly auction sale than me,
This is
why...
an auction. It's you who's up for sale. Listen to this. Whoever shall deliver Jesse James or Frank James to the proper authorities, dead or alive, is hereby guaranteed unconditional pardon for previous crimes.
Looks like I'm as famous as Jess ever was.
That's the kind of thing that got the Ford boys their pardon for shooting Jesse in the back. So you best pay heed to it. Son, you're between Frank James and the law, and if one don't get you, the other will. So now is the time to quit being Jesse and lay low.
Yeah, but I'll be needing a bankroll for marrying Sue.
Unless you believe in long engagement.
You keep your fool mouth out of this. Son, a smart fox don't hunt when the woods is full of hound dogs.
It's the time a smart fox would hit the hen house.
She's right. Maybe now would be the right time to pick a fat bank and hit it hard.
Don't get too brash. I tell you now, more than ever is the time to quieten down.
This is the time to strike, to raid when they least expect you. Cash in while you can.
Don't pay her no mind, son.
Quit prodding me, both of you.
Well, if that's all you think of me.
Sue, wait a minute.
How long you gonna let that old fool crack the whip over you? No man ever told Jesse James what to do, and you think you're bigger.
Now, Sue...
Oh, now's the time to find me a big fat bank and hit it hard, providing Pappy gives me leave. All you ever do is back down.
Well, that ain't fair. My arm...
Oh, your arm's been good for a week. You're afraid of Frank James.
Don't say that name again.
So the truth hurts, doesn't it?
Why, you little...
Who called you boys together today? Huh? Well, come on, answer me. Johnny, who called the boys together?
I did.
Yeah, well, you can send them home again. I give my word the gang was breaking up.
Maybe you take orders from Frank James, but I don't.
And when I give my word, I keep it.
So do I. I told Frank I'd do over every job Jesse done and do it better.
Why don't you lay low for a while?
I still say we're riding. Anyone dispute me?
Have you gone simple over that spot of calico?
I think Pa's right, Johnny. You ought to hold up here until the storm's over.
Son?
I'm fine, Pa. Ain't the first fight I ever had.
You made me proud of you the way you stood up to him. But you the crazy coot, he might have killed you.
No, he won't get another chance. As far as I'm concerned, he can ride by himself from now on.
No, quitting now ain't gonna do no good. I promised Frank James we'd stop him, and we gotta stick with him till we do.
There ain't nothing we can do, Pa.
I don't know. There might be. Someday he's gonna bite off more than he can chew. And when he does, I want to be there.
Crying free.
lives by the sword shall die by the sword. Now, why did I think of that particular quotation when I tried to warn him? I feel as if it's a clue of some kind.
What sort of person is this man?
Conceited fool, determined to outdo my brother Jesse. Bragged he'd do the same things Jesse did in the same places and do them better. If only that were a fixed idea. If only I could be sure. Here. This is what gave me the idea for that quotation. He who lives by the sword shall die by the sword. And the James gang, which used the sword so mercilessly until the bank robbery at Liberty, was soon to be felled by the sword at Westfield. If he is doing the same things Jesse did, he'll hit the bank at Liberty next. And if he does, he'll be set in the pattern of Jesse's downfall. And I'll know where to catch him.
Hurry it up, Hank. You said you wanted a full grain sack, didn't you? Just put in the big silver, mister. Keep the small change for seed.
Thank you, sir. Hand over your wallet, banker.
What, say?
I said hand over your wallet.
Huh?
For the last time, give me your wallet.
What's he talking about, Walter?
Hey, Mr. Darby can't hear without it.
You fool! You stupid, clumsy, blundering, murdering fool!
Come on.
Don't move nobody. Hold it till the shooting's over.
How'd it go? What'd you get? Johnny, what's the take? What's wrong with that?
Go on. Tell her, Johnny.
I shot the banker.
So what?
They're after us.
On tired horses. By sundown, we'll be miles ahead of them on fresh ones. We'll be safe at home tonight.
Home? You'll never be safe at home again, gal. Johnny here shot our home out from under us when he killed that Missouri banker. They know we done it. His kinfolks will hunt us down, kill us like dogs. Well, I hope you're happy now. You outdone Jesse James.
And I'll keep on doing it. I'll make the biggest take Jesse ever hoped for. The big haul we've all been dreaming about.
Where?
The bank at Westfield up in Minnesota. At harvest time, there's $100,000 in that cracker box. That's why Jesse made a bid for it.
And failed. Lost most of our best men. Got shot out of town. I was there. I seen Jesse take that licking.
And because he did, nobody ever expects the bank to be robbed again.
You want to hit that bank in Westfield because you think it'll be easy pickings? Or because Jesse tried it and failed?
And do you want to keep on jawing till the sheriff catches up with us? Are you sure there's $100,000 in that bank, Johnny?
According to the Jesse James book. Why?
I was just thinking.
What about it? Us?
Mostly.
Go on, tell me.
I will. When we get to Westfield.
You the sheriff?
No, sir, and this ain't the county courthouse. Only a branch office. I'm Rigby in charge.
I've come here to warn you.
Come in and talk, Mr.
Woodson. Ben Woodson. I've come all the way from Tennessee to give you a warning.
That's a mighty long way off. Must be important.
Jesse James is going to raid your town most any day.
Haven't you got your dates mixed up, Mr. Woodson? Jesse James did raid this town 2 years ago. Another thing, he's dead and buried.
There's a bogus Jesse doing the same things the real Jesse did. Westfield is next on his list.
You wouldn't say that without proof, would you?
I would, and I do.
Axel!
Aye, sir.
Go and get Dr. Horstrom from the hotel. Tell the bartender I said you could have one.
Aye, sir.
One of our most valuable citizens, from my point of view. When he goes on a drunk, I get a 30-day janitor, free.
No doubt you think I'm crazy, Sheriff. But to understand your danger, you need to understand the working of this man's mind.
Well, it's evident from what you've told us, Mr. Woodson, that the man who calls himself Jesse James today has become an egomaniac, operating under the compulsion of a fixed idea. Now, I know that you didn't say it in quite that language, but I must say that what you proposed is technically sound. Now, we know very little about these things yet, but I have no doubt that you're right. The pattern that he's following will lead him to Westfield.
What if it doesn't? Doc, if we get the town all worked up and no Jesse James arrives, we'll look like a couple of blockheads.
Whereas if the town isn't warned and Jesse James does arrive, only one of us will be a blockhead.
Well, it won't be me. I'm going to start forming a welcoming committee.
I want to thank you for what you've done, Doctor. Most men would have said I was crazy and let it go at that.
Well, most people wouldn't understand your motives, Mr. James. We'd better help Rigby get things started.
Tell him about it, Doc.
Men, I've got some news for you. You all remember the last time that Jesse James paid us a visit?
You think they tried again, Doc?
Well, if they do, we've got to be ready for them. Spread the news.
Sure, Doc.
Watch the roads. You take the north side, Bob.
What's he waiting for? Let's get started and get this thing over with.
If it's anything like the last time we hit Westfield, it won't take us long to get our comeuppance.
Feel that way about it, Pong. What you riding for?
I told you, son. And maybe it's just to look after you a little. You're all I got now. That gal in there, she don't count no more. Maybe it might be a little goodness in her somewhere. Could a man just find it?
And Johnny, when you come back, ride ahead of the others.
Head of the others? What for?
I'll have 2 fresh horses, just for you and me.
Sue, I can't.
No split this time, Johnny. $100,000 for you and me.
Don't ask me to do that, Sue.
You want to marry me, don't you?
Yes, but...
You can take me to Chicago. There's a real town. Bigger than St. Louis. More good times, more excitement. We'll live, Johnny. We'll live. Just you and me together. Just you and me.
Johnny!
Just a minute, boys. I forgot my bandana. Even now, you could stop him.
Me? Stop him?
Yes, you and only you.
Look who's talking. You started this whole thing. You talked him into it. Now you're afraid of what you've done.
What is it you want? To say the one word that'll stop him? Money? You can have all I got.
Chicken feed. Small change for beer. I'm playing for champagne, Pa.
Champagne? From a boy that's likely to get killed for you inside of an hour?
He's willing to take his chances. He knows what he wants. And he knows what I want.
You don't mean that. Not even you can be so low down ornery.
What's the matter, Hank? You trying to dog the job?
Sue here, she might have something to say to you.
Johnny. Everything's been said.
Sheriff, the whole town's off guard, including the bank. Well, something ought to be done.
Should I ring a bell or beat on a dishpan? The whole town's laughing at me as it is. Rigby's folly, they call it. Why don't you go back to Tennessee, Mr. Woodson? Why don't you admit you're wrong? A week's gone by.
He was right.
There's one man still believes you. How do you figure he's right?
Dr. Holstrom said so.
2 men out of a whole town. You got visible means of support?
Why ask me that?
I mean, I could use another vagrant on a chain gang. They work out of town.
All right, Sheriff. I came here to save Westfield, and you roused me out of it.
Hello, Ben. Come on up and relieve the guard.
Jesse James is coming. Hey, Jesse James is coming. Jesse James is coming. Hey, Jesse James is coming. Jesse James is coming. Jesse James is coming.
Don't think I'm gonna make it.
Ah, shucks, you'll be all right. Yeah, I'll help you up. Come on. Johnny! Johnny, help me, will you?
What are you waiting for, the posse?
Just a moment, sir. Rest up, Johnny.
You can stay. I'm getting out of here. And I'm getting out of this Jesse James trademark.
Hold it, Johnny. I got a little something to say to you. A long time ago, I had an idea. I wanted to ride with Jesse again. Maybe it was because I wanted some money, or maybe it was because I wanted to even up some old scores, or maybe it's because I was just a crazy old fool.
If you got something to say to me, say it.
I'm getting there. I started something I couldn't stop, Johnny, till now. But you are a mad dog. Just a mad dog.
Paul.
Johnny!
Hank shot me. I ain't gonna go like Jesse did. Ain't nobody gonna kill me. Nobody.
You rest a while, Johnny, and then we'll be on our way. Just you and me. Johnny, where's the money?
So?
Johnny, the money, where is it? You didn't get it. That's what, you didn't get it, Johnny.
I couldn't.
It's Frank James.
Sue.
I got him. I held him for you. I've earned my amnesty. You're my witness, Frank.